Good morning, everybody. Good morning. Good evening, everybody. Welcome to Fall River Media News. Your host, Dave Mead. Ron Cabral's not going to be available tonight, so it's just going to be me doing a show. And tonight's show, it's going to be about the accident that happened Sunday. And what I want to do is I want to start a campaign for that reason. Because I'll tell you, on Sunday it was horrible. That was the worst accident that I ever saw on Harrison and Alden Street at that point. And I'm going to tell you, I mean, drinking and driving, driving without a license, that was horrible. I mean, I'm talking to my neighbor, about politics down the road, and all of a sudden he sees this guy come flying right around the corner in between poles where the comic store is. Flew right through there, missed the meter, the gas lines about this much at that house. I'll tell you, it's awful. I mean, I have pictures of it, I have videos of it, and let me tell you, it's horrible. And and the people that fled from the scene, they tried to. And I told them, my wife and I told them, both of you, you got to get back here. You're not leaving the scene. You're not leaving the scene. You don't get to walk away from this. Get back there, and you're going to talk to the police. So they did talk to the police, and all I hear out of their mouth, no speak English, no speak English, no speak English, and they spoke English. They spoke English about a minute ago after, twice. They did speak English. So, I mean, they could have killed us, both. Actually, the three of us. My neighbor too down the road. There was damages to the... there was damages to the property down there, badly damaged, Alden and Harrison Street, and I'll never forget it. I'll never forget it. I mean, and now I want to start a campaign, make people aware that they cannot be drinking and driving without a license, because they're going to be watched every step of the way. So I want to make a campaign out of that, and I'm going to tell you, this is clear as day. If you look on my page, you can actually, you know what I'm going to do is I'm going to make this larger, so that way you guys can see this. So that way you guys can see this. So I'm going to make this larger. This is the video of it right here. Yep, this is the video of it, and let me tell you, it was actually horrible. So this here, yeah. So this is actually horrible, and this is the results. Okay, and we give these people license to drive. Okay, and license to drive, and places to stay. We give them money. We give them, we give them money, and we give them, you know, places to stay. You know what I'm saying? We give them when they come over the border, we give them money, and this is how these people pay us back. So, like I told you, people, man, open your eyes, wake the hell up, because you know something, we are going to be in a war. Wake the hell up. That's what I'm trying to tell you. Wake up, because we're gonna. This is what these people are doing to us. Okay, wake up, people, man, because we cannot keep letting all this stuff happening like this. Okay, and especially actually near a school. Okay, near a school that I used to go to way back a long time ago. So I mean, you gotta wake up, man. Wake. I mean, it's happening right in front of us. Right in front of us, it's happening. So it is happening in front of us, and it's going to continue on happening in front of us if we don't do anything about it. A good friend of mine told me, but I'm not going to mention no names. We voted. Some of the people voted on the license to give these people, okay? And, this is the results that we get. Drinking and driving without a license. Now, let me tell you this. What happens if there was a little boy with a mother in a carriage walking by and got pinned up against the wall like that? You know what I'm saying? And killed them both. So what are you going to say? I don't speak English then? No English then? It's sad. Okay? It's sad. And you think Maura Healey is going to care? She's going to continue on supporting these people. Okay? Supporting them. You know that they're pouring everywhere. They're coming in everywhere. Okay, you know that Maura Healey's going to keep supporting these people. Okay, supporting her on these people coming in. Okay, causing all kinds of chaos. Sunday it was a feast. There was a Spirito Santo event going on at that time. Now let me tell you something. There was bottles of beer in that, and there was bottles of beer in that truck. There was a lot. I mean, that guy really hit that windshield. Boom! He hit it hard, and he was bleeding all over the place during that time. And let me tell you something. If I didn't move out of the way, me and the other guy and my wife, we would have got it. I would have been pinned right up against the wall. If I didn't move out of the way quick. Okay? Drinking and driving without a license. Okay? When you drive without a license, okay, if we did it, we'd be in trouble. But now that they did it, we cannot identify these people. You can't identify people. We had them right there in front of you. You can't identify people here drinking. At least the guy that was hurt, he admitted that he was drinking. At least he admitted it. You know what I'm saying? You see, when people drink and drive, this is what happens. Even texting, even talking on your cell phone. This is what happens. You'll end up killing somebody. And then what are you going to tell the parents? You don't speak English later? Wow. Big creative there. Huh. I don't speak English. Oh, no, I speak Spanish. No, you speak English because you clearly talked about speaking English really fun. And even the police officer even caught them speaking English. When you speak English, And then all of a sudden you change, oh, I don't speak English. No, no, español. No. You spoke a lot of English, and now, but you don't want to take responsible for your actions. Okay? You don't want to be held accountable for what you did. That's why they don't speak English, because they don't want to be held accountable for it. Well, they are going to be held accountable. Because right now, I'm starting a campaign on this. Fathers Against Drunk Driving. That's what it's going to be. That's my campaign right there. Fathers Against Drunk Drivers. If you're drinking driving, you're going to get caught. And I'm going to tell you, you're going to get caught and you're going to lose your license. Because we're going to be watching you guys. So, my message out there today, my campaign's going to be Fathers Against Drunk Driving. And let me tell you, well, we already have Mothers Against Drunk Driving. Now you got Fathers Against Drunk Driving. So now, if you're caught drinking and driving, you're going to lose your license forever. If you're caught. If you're driving without a license, you're going to be charged the maximum sentence. If you kill somebody, you're going to go to jail for murder. And you'll never see the daylight again. So take that as a warning. Because we're going to be watching you. Okay? We're going to be watching you people. Okay? Even texting and driving. Okay? And talking on your phone. Just look at it this way. This is a warning. Okay? To all the ones that like to text and talk on the phone. You never know when somebody's camera's out. And you never know when your picture's going to be taken. So, take this as a warning. If you're caught, you're going to lose your license. So, that's all I have to say. And the charges are going to be, if you're caught once talking on the phone while driving, you're going to lose your license for a year. If you're caught again talking on the phone, even texting, you're going to lose your license for 2 years. So, first time, second time, third time is no chance. No more. Even drinking and driving, same way. So, that's my message out there to everybody. Everybody that likes to drink and drive without a license. You get caught, whether if it's me catching you or somebody else catching you. My message is out there. So, but don't say that you've been warned. So, I'm Fathers Against Drunk Drivers. Fathers Against texting and talking on the phone. So, don't say you've been warned. So, don't say you've been warned. And that's all I got to say. So, anyways, I just also want to say that's going to be my campaign. And believe me, I will be out and about at some point. And I'll be out and about at some point. And you never know when I'm going to be out there. So, I'm just letting you know that. But, and also, I'm going to, I just want to say one thing. about the case of Donald Trump. Yes, he was found, but the defense had evidence to exonerate the former president of the United States, but the judge did not want to hear it. That will be on my next show next week. I'll be talking about that. So, let's see here. I'm going to find out. There's something else I want to talk about too. So, let's see here. I saw something earlier that I wanted to talk about. Yeah. Let's see here. Wow. There's something else that I want to talk about. Okay, let's see if I can get it. Yeah, well, I'm trying to, but let's see here. Something else I want. Yeah, I ain't got Ron on my show tonight. So, yeah, so Ron Cabral is not going to be on my show tonight. But it's okay. But hey, like I said, you know, it is what it is. That's fine. Maybe next week, whatever, you know. I'm not mad about it. But, I mean, even today, though, people were driving crazy. You know what I'm saying? When I was out and about, you know, on a bus, people cut in front of the buses. And yeah, I mean, it was actually nuts, and you know, and we're gonna end up with Sunday buses. We end up with Sunday buses. Sunday buses is going to be permanent for everybody, and said yeah, it's going to be permanent because the surrounding cities, Fall River, Westport, and the surrounding cities put that what do you call it in there? So yeah, so they put some money in, so that's what it's going to be. So not really much going on today, but I really want to read some stuff that is going on. Yeah, because I've been getting all kinds of emails. Let me see. Let's see, I've been getting all kinds of. Ribbon cutting taking place next week for an early renovated playground dedication a long time in Fall River. Wow. Let me see. RSBN Representative Matt Gus grilled Collin during the hearing of coordinated unlawful in the Trump case. I'm just reading little bits and pieces of it to get an understanding. So I'm not really getting into that today. That'll be next week if nothing else comes up. Truth Social breaking Georgia appeal court pauses FAIN Williams prosecution of Trump. I'm just reading little bits and pieces. I'm not getting really into it. So I'm just throwing some things out there for a little bit. So don't get too excited. Just throwing some things on there. Just throwing a little bit of things, throwing some things out there. So, and yeah, well, oh yeah, I just also want to talk talk about some things about Stewart Healthcare. Oh, Stewart Healthcare. That's what I wanted to talk about tonight. Is also Stewart Healthcare because I was informed. I was informed that the CEO of Stewart Healthcare, okay, he filed a Chapter 7 in the Stewart Healthcare system. This guy bought a boat, went on vacation, took a whole bunch of money. And the primary factor driven to voluntarily Chapter 11 case is a large part due to Stewart is continued facts challenge create by significant reimbursements by government payers as a result of a distress reimbursement rates, while at the same time facing key rocketing labor costs, increasing marital operational costs due to inflation and continuing to impact of this COVID-19 pandemic. Is a Stewart goal to resolve the Chapter 11 process as quickly as possible with the help of the courts, with the view of this long-term substantial financial healthcare system. Yeah, I mean this here Stewart took the voluntary steps today as a necessary measure to allow companies to continue to provide necessary care to its patients in their community without disruption. Of Stewart does not expect any interruptions in its today's operation, which will continue in the ordinary course throughout the Chapter 11 process. Stewart hospitals, medical center, and physician's office are open and continuing to serve patients as the border communities, and our comments to our employees will not change. Stewart Healthcare has done everything in its power to operate successfully in a high challenging healthcare environment, fulfilling on Chapter 11, restricting in the best interest of patients. Physicians, employees are interested in patients, physicians, employees, and communities at the time. And Dr. Ralph D. Torr, Chief Executive Office of Stewart, in the past several months has scared bridge financing progress, the sales of stewardship help businesses in order to help stabilize patients. Let's see here. Stabilize patients at all of our hospitals, which delayed in closing of the stewardship health transaction. Stewart was forced to seek alternative method of bringing its operation with us. Yeah, well, I mean, it's, look at it. You know what I'm saying? And, that brought us to, that was brought to my attention the other day. Somebody came up to me and told me about it. I couldn't believe, when I hear a CEO of Stewart Healthcare dipping inside, dipping. It's double dipping. That's what it's called, double dipping in the healthcare system, and taking money and buying yachts and going on vacation, and this is why Stewart Healthcare went into Chapter 11. Is because of the CEO double dipping and double dipping. Actually, charging the Mass Health insurance companies more than what the healthcare pays. Say if somebody goes in for an operation or something, and the operation costs $2,000. So now, what happens? Healthcare has to pay that. You know what I'm saying? Pay that $2,000 to the hospital. They had so that way the nurses can get paid. Doctors can get paid too, because doctors get paid hefty salaries for that. And now, the CEO, just say the CEO of the company decides to call up healthcare and say, hey, look, the operation did not cost $2,000, okay? I want $5,000. So that's what you call double dipping. Okay? Charging more than what the hospital decides to, charging you more. What healthcare was already charging. You know what I'm saying? So that's called double dipping. Double dipping, man, is a lot. You know what I'm saying? So it is. When you double dip, that's stealing. Okay, it is. It's called stealing. You know what I'm saying? When you double dip, you cannot double dip. Okay, in a healthcare. You cannot double dip in a healthcare system. I'm not taking calls today. I'm going to be. Yeah. A minute. So double dipping, that's what it is. Well, yeah. The drinking and driving, yeah, they can't get in trouble. They damaged somebody's property. Yes, they did. They damaged somebody's property, and that's of course. I mean, drinking and driving and without a license, of course, you almost killed somebody. You know what I'm saying? Of course. That is, of course. You can. You know what I'm saying? You can get in trouble for that. You know what I'm saying? I mean, you can. You know what I'm saying? I mean, that was horrifying. You can get in trouble for that. You can, and it's horrifying. But it is. It's horrifying. Yes, it is. You can get in trouble for that. Oh, wait a second here. Let's talk about the Karen Read case. I like talking about that. Okay, the Karen Read case trial recap, analysts' backgrounds on cases. Wow. Let's talk about the case. I like to talk about this. I wonder what would happen. Oh, tonight at 7 p.m. we are analyzing the case, included what is the prosecution saying led to the death of Read's boyfriend and Boston police officer John O'Keefe outside at home in Kent, Massachusetts, and the defense claims of a large-scale cover-up. Watch your night coverage about has breaking down the latest from Norfolk Superior Court and getting live videos from the trial. Every day court is in session. Watch Karen Read's trial live on NBCBoston.com, NECN, NBC Boston streaming platforms included ROQ, Peacock, and Samsung TV and NBC 10 Boston YouTube pages every night on the trial at 7 p.m. Come back and analysts and more and email questions in Ken.confidential. When the known about the Karen Read case, when you are major claims in this case, here is an explainer of the charges, the allegations of cover-up. Here and Times Online of the event surrounding John O'Keefe's death and investigations into Karen Read. See who among the major figures in this prosecution and the defense arguments and all witnesses who could be called and to testify in a Karen Read's case. Watch full opening statements from the prosecution and the defense. Wow. As of a murder trial against Karen Read began, head of the jury selection, Judge Beverly Kenneth, reads the summary of this case and potentially jurors and addresses the massive public interest in this case and a prompt protest outside of the court. Well, let me tell you something, okay? That there, okay, people are outside supporting her, Karen Read. Yes, people are out there supporting her. And they are supporting her. Karen Read, murder trial. Yeah, they are supporting her. Listen to this. Listen to it. I don't know. Do you think Karen Read's guilty? I don't know. Do you think I'd like to set up a poll for that. Do you think Karen Read's guilty of murder? So let that soak a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Think about it. I mean, did she kill the Boston police officer, or did she not kill the Boston police officer? And then and decide. You know what I'm saying? Think about it before you give an answer to anything. So I mean, because I like to know. You know what I'm saying? And I like to know about Karen Read's case. I do. Honestly, yeah, I do like to know about it. You know what I'm saying? The Karen Read's case is quite interesting to me. You know what I'm saying? Even when Turtle Boy talks about it, because Turtle Boy supports her. I don't know Karen Read. You know what I'm saying? But I imagine that Turtle Boy does. You know what I'm saying? People support her outside of the courthouse. And it, something, and it's kind of interesting that I brought up this case because I really want to know if she's guilty. Okay, I want to know. Okay, and and following this trial is going to be interesting to me. Okay, because I never followed trials before. This is the first time. I have. Oh wait, no. I did follow the Hernandez trial, murder trial, when Hernandez, when football star Hernandez, was accused of murdering Olin Lloyd. I was down. Actually on the Fall River courthouse stairs, near the Justice Center, and and recording and recording these recording this. There was other news sources down there besides me. There was there was other news sources down there besides me. So I mean, it's it was hard. First time seeing a celebrity being charged for murder. You know what I'm saying? That was actually a big thing back then. But it's kind of interesting that seeing following this case. You know what I'm saying? The Karen Read case. It's kind of interesting to me because I want to know if she's guilty or not. You know what I'm saying? I like to know. You know what I'm saying? If she is, if she did it, then she belongs. If she did it, then she belongs. Then she belongs in jail. You know what I'm saying? If she did, but if she didn't, then the judge should. Then they should find her not guilty. You know what I'm saying? So a no guilty verdict, because this case has been going on for a very long time, and it's not and it's hard. You know what I'm saying, for people to say, hey. But again, we talk about this a lot because I know there's a lot of people out there that like to use this thing called finding people guilty on a public opinion. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, it's kind of hard, and you can't. I can't say for sure she's guilty, but I like to know. You know what I'm saying? I like to find out. If she's guilty or not in the court of law. But if she is, then she deserves to go to jail. But if she's not, then she don't deserve to go to jail. I mean, this case has been going on for a very long time, and and I think it's going to be going on for a very long time. So that's my opinion, and it's my opinion. So it is, and it's kind of hard. You know what I'm saying? It is. It's kind of hard for people who don't understand. You know what I'm saying? What is going on with this case? So I really don't know until I look follow it really closely. So I'm just going to do this. Ribbon cutting taking place next week for an early renovated playground dedicated to longtime Fall River City Councilor from Fall River Public School is inviting communities members to attend the ribbon cutting recognizing dedication ceremony for the Alfredo P. Oliver, the playground John J. Duran Community School at 101 Fountain Street in Wednesday, June 12th at 11 a.m. A longtime Fall River resident, business leader, city council member, and advocating for the students at the Duran Community School. Oliver was passionate about the Columbia Street neighborhoods, and an early renovated playground will be dedicated in Oliver's honor and tribute to the dedication and commitment to the schools and commitment to Al, as he was known to donate thousands of dollars to the Duran School, according to FRPS, and he did so without far, he unofficially adopted the school and would host Christmas parties, graduation dinners, and other fundraisers for the schools at his restaurant and Tabernacle Esquire TA restaurant. Oliver passed away in May 2019. Funding to renovate the playground was approved by the Fall River School Committee in 2023. The playground is designed for children 3 to 6 years old and is one of 2 playgrounds in the school grounds. Hopefully, Mayor Coogan, I can't even stand talking about him. I don't even want to talk about him. Mayor Paul Coogan. Oh my God. Yeah. Yeah, Mayor Paul Coogan's a joke. So, I mean, a trolley car. You gotta go buy tickets? Oh, my God, tickets. And so, the 2024 election map based on the latest polls from all 50 states. Oof. That's going to be shocking new polls are coming up. Yeah, it's going to be. I just didn't want to take any calls tonight because of the, I don't, not tonight. Maybe tomorrow or something I will. Maybe next Wednesday I'll take calls on stuff, but I ain't gonna be taking anything tonight. I just, wanna, talk about a few things and talk about the things that I like to talk best. You know what I'm saying? And you people know I always mix it up, mix all the talk show up, and yeah. So I mean, it's alright. Oscar Ray, she liked the video. Let me see that. Oh, the pizza. They love my pizza. Yeah, my wife made that pizza. But there was also many accidents around. You know what I'm saying? There was many accidents around. Let me see here. Let me see what else could I talk about here. Breaking: Hunter Biden's ex-wife, Kellyanne Hall, is testifying that he left his crack pipe in open view of their very young kids. She's also found his drugs in the car on the multiple occasions. Misty Biden was 10 years old, and Finnegan Biden was 9 years old at the time. Wow, Hunter Biden. Oh my God, the Hunter Biden Jr. They found drugs on him. Wow. His wife is set to testify against him. Oh my God. Oh, crazy. Dr. Fauci is a nerd. Staff knew I have questions about 8.9 million grants. Yeah, okay, Mr. Fauci. Yeah, you belong in jail, Mr. Fauci. And Alvin Bragg also, belongs in jail too. Alvin Bragg, the district attorney. Yeah, of course. You know what I'm saying? He belongs in jail. Alvin Bragg, corruption. The judge. I just want to say this one thing. The judge did not want to hear the defense that could exonerate Donald Trump in this case. They did not want to hear it. But 72 years without a criminal record. Donald Trump don't have a police record. He doesn't. And let me tell you, it's so none of this. I'm just going to say this. None of this is going to hold any ground at all because he doesn't have a record. So none of this is going to hold ground. I just want to say that. You know what I'm saying? So, but Hunter Biden, his wife is set to testify against him. So this should be interesting. Yeah, I like to see this. This should be interesting. To the democracy. You know what I'm saying? This should be. You know. So it should be. Alvin Bragg. Wow. Corrupt politician, Alvin Bragg. Corrupt DA. That's all I'm going to say. You know, when the DA, when the defense has evidence to prove Trump's innocence, the judge should have listened to that. They should have listened into that. You know what I'm saying? They should have. But, like I said, we'll see what happens in November. You know what I'm saying? You know? We'll see what happens in November. That question's on the table. We'll see what happens. In November. Oh, look at this. This is wonderful. Biden's child porn shocked. It's all up on Twitter. Wow, my God. Holy jamoli. This is worse than I thought. Wow. But like I said, things like that ain't going to hold water because Trump don't have a criminal record. Okay, he never had one, and he, you know, he can get that appeal really quick. You know what I'm saying? So he can get that appeal very quick, and probably overturned by the circuit court. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, I'm not worried about that. Nope, I'm not worried about it. I ain't worried about it. You know, so it's crazy. You know what I'm saying? It is. It's crazy. You know, so I'm not worried. I'm not worried about that right now. But Representative Jim Jordan, the same people who told us that was the Russian collusion, has also told us that Hunter Biden's laptop was fake. They were wrong, but times, why does anyone listen to them? Proud Elephant, Senator John Kennedy, wants you to listen up. President Biden is in trouble politically. He polling rates right. So why are you still giving Ukraine money for that fake AIDS war? There is some bribery and money laundering going on here. Work in America, Ukraine. Here we go. During COVID, and the federal government doled out money to provide free meals to children. It was COVID, so the government decided to ban any pretense of preventing fraud and penalties of the people noticing immediately. In Minnesota, members of the same community built one of the shows. Oh, God. Conservative brief. Breaking: Hunter's ex-wife testifies it was Ruth Day for Hunter Biden. In his gun charges trial, his ex-wife Kathleen Booth took the stand and testified he would leave his crack pipe out in the open where he stand and testify would he leave his crack pipe out to the open where their children could see, as well as having to check his car every time. Wow, yeah, I mean, look at it, you know what I'm saying? So his ex-wife is going to testify against him, you know what I'm saying? Testify. I mean, come on, man. The picture of him is many years ago. He looked like an old man these days. I am surprised here to testimony of the Biden usually has a way of discouraging that kinds of things. Travel Baker shocked in action towards currently kids discover the truth. Wow. This is now what does faults of mouth wife 2, 3, or how many she is having to say? Maryland. Boy. Daniel Waltz. MFER is a now known druggle. I don't care how much his mommy covers up for the scumbag brat. I heard that Hunter had drugs problems yet, but does not absolve him responsibility. So yeah, I mean, if you know your son has a drug problem, right, and he's smoking crack, he's doing this and he's doing that, and but you're defeating the purpose instead of getting him help. You know what I'm saying? That's what you gotta do. I mean, if you know somebody that's a crackhead, okay, that likes to smoke crack, okay, you're supposed to get them help. You know what I'm saying? Get them help, but don't defeat the purpose and let them hang around with other crackheads that smoke it. You know what I'm saying? It's like, okay, say you there was a drunk, okay, and your son likes to drink, okay, so you're gonna defeat the purpose. You're gonna have your son hang around with the guy that drinks. How could your son stop drinking if the other person is drinking in front of him? Can't, because you defeat the purpose. Okay? In order for him to stop, don't hang around with that person. Just like a drug addict. Okay? If a drug addict is smoking crack and using the pipe or going like this, and if you're hanging around with them, you're so much going to start up again. You know what I'm saying? So to defeat that purpose, you stay away from that. Separate it. Because if you don't, you'll be doing it forever. Just like cigarettes. Same thing. If somebody's smoking cigarettes and you want to quit, separate from the person that's smoking. Because if you don't, you'll never quit. That's how that is. So that's why I said, Hunter Biden, his wife is going to be set to testify. I don't know when. I love to see this. This should be interesting to see. So, I mean, it should be. I love to see that. It was ruthless days of Hunter Biden and the gun charges. All right, I read that already. It was, yeah, it's kind of like a replay. Georgia's appeal court pauses Trump elections interference case and it taking up his appeal disqualifies fucking county district attorney Fan Williams. Yeah, so I mean, I don't see this. I don't see these cases going anywhere. I really don't. I'm saying I don't. I don't see this going anywhere. You know what I'm saying? No, I don't see Trump's case going anywhere. I honestly don't. But I also see that Trump versus Biden on the election, and but I don't see his case going anywhere. I mean, anybody can find anybody guilty. Okay. Um, Anybody can find anybody guilty. You know what I'm saying? So Alvin Bragg, okay, will Alvin Bragg, knew. Okay, Alvin Bragg knew that the defense had evidence to clear Trump. Okay, Alvin Bragg knew this. Okay, he knew it. Okay, and the defense was going to tell the judge, but the judge turned around, did not want to hear it. So, what you tell me, ain't that corruption? Of course it is. If I was the judge in the case of, say, Hillary Clinton, okay, and I had a DA. Hillary Clinton had was that sitting at the defense table. So if I hear a case, okay, on corruption, okay, and I bring in criminal charges against Hillary for corruption and criminal activities, email fraud. Now, if I knew if the defense is trying to tell me, okay, that if the defense is trying to tell me that I have evidence to exclude her, okay, from the court, I have evidence that would show that Hillary's not guilty of these crimes. As a judge, I gotta listen to it, okay? But if my prosecutor does not present those evidence to me, he can be brought up on charges himself for corruption, collusion, and everything with the courts. Misleading the courts and everything. So that's how that went. So I mean, the reason why I'm bringing it up is because it was said. Okay, it was said. It was said on Truth Social. It was said. That's why I'm bringing it up. So if you have evidence that can exclude and prove that the person's innocent, then you have to. Then the prosecutor has to share that with the defense, and the defense has to share that with the judge. So, I mean, you can't. I mean, you have to share things back and forth. You know what I'm saying? The defense, prosecution, judge, and then you have to share it with the jury. Now, if the judge knows, if they find out that Trump is innocent and they found him guilty, that's obstruction of justice. Right there. Obstruction of justice. Wow. I should have been a lawyer. Well, The reason why I know this because I used to work on the Welch. I didn't work on the Welch. I volunteered at the DA's office on the Welch. When I was a little bit younger. I volunteered and I used to bring paperwork up to the judge, and we used to back and forth. Okay, well, the defense needs this, the judge needs this, the district attorney needs this. So I mean, I was bringing paper up, bringing files up, and back and forth, taking old files, bring back, bring new ones up, and so on. And that's how I know about all this stuff. Because I remember we had a trial one time, and we had a murder trial, and there was bow and arrows on it. They had bow and arrows on the floor. They had testimony going on, and so I mean that time, and so that's why I know all this, know all this stuff that goes on in the court system. You know what I'm saying? So let's see this here. Yeah, well, let me see this. I gotta look at something really quick before I read this stuff out. Well, but I think this coming there's the first debate between Biden and Joe, between Biden and Trump. It's going to be interesting to see it live. There's going to be several. There's going to be several debates, and let me tell you something. For what I hear and understand, Trump made a lot of money in that trial. Let me tell you something right now. He did. He made a lot of money. Okay, I say over 50 billion. He made a lot of money. And something. And like I said, I don't mind voting for a convicted felon. I don't mind because I know in my heart that he did not commit these crimes. He was set up by Bragg, and by Alvin Bragg. He was set up. So they set him up. And Alvin Bragg made this out of a political issue. That's what happened. And I don't know why they made this out of a political issue. So they did. They made it out of a political issue. You know what I'm saying? And I'm saying that they made it out of a political issue, and I don't know why they made it out of a political issue, but they did. And 72 years, Trump never had any record to speak of. So this is why the appellate court. It's hard to believe. It's hard to believe that this happened. You know what I'm saying? It's hard. You know what I'm saying? To believe it. And I don't believe it. Many people don't believe it. You know what I'm saying? It's hard to believe. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not going to sit here. I'm not going to sit here and say he didn't do anything wrong. He didn't. I'm not going to say he did because I know he didn't. Okay? And, and why did all this stuff come up in the 2016 election when he ran for president, for the nomination of the president of the United States? So, like I said, there's a lot of twists and turns and stories going on there. You know what I'm saying? But like I said, but they will find out. Okay, twisting stories and here and there. If they find out Alvin Bragg is lying and obstruction of justice, he will lose his law license. He will lose everything from obstruction of justice. He will lose everything. So I mean, I'm just saying. I'm not arguing the point. You know what I'm saying? But I'm just saying. Okay? You know, and I'm just stating the facts. If Alvin Bragg is lying, then obstruction of justice comes into play, and he'll lose his license, and he'll be hit with all kinds of fines, lawsuits, and everything. And yeah, so I mean, it's a hit or miss with that. You know what I'm saying? So it's a hit or miss. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, yeah, I mean, money from Stormy Daniels and all this other stuff, and then you have Michael Cole saving his butt. You know what I'm saying? You know, just to frame Trump for this. Wow. So I mean, because you know, before they do anything, they're gonna look at his record. Okay, his record for his achievements on things that he's done. Okay, Trump does not have a record to speak of. Okay, he does not have a criminal record to speak of. So, but I'm gonna say, if he did have a record to speak of, then I would say, then I would go like this. You know what I'm saying? If he did, but he does not have a criminal record to speak of. You know what I'm saying? So he doesn't. You know what I'm saying? His record is totally clean. So it's kind of hard to find somebody guilty of something. Find somebody guilty. Okay? You can find somebody guilty if you're instructing the jury to do so. You know what I'm saying? You know, it's kind of hard. You know what I'm saying? For that. So, but more on that next week. I'll be, July 11th. I'll be watching closely. I'll be watching the emails as they come in, and as the emails come in, I'll be looking at everything. But just to end, I'm going to be watching out for the Karen Reed case and Hunter Biden's trial coming up too soon, with the gun charges and all. His wife is going to be testifying against him for all that. Let me tell you, people, Facebook friends, it's a mess. I'll admit it's a mess from every angle. It is. It's a total mess. And and I hope that it gets fixed. I hope it does get fixed. But I also hope that Governor Maura Healey, does not allow any more migrants in here in this country anymore. So I mean, because of the of the stuff that's going on here. You know what I'm saying? I hope that she doesn't allow anything anymore. Any more people. I hope she says, look, enough, and and send them back where they came from. Even a governor, and I heard that Mexico elected a woman, I think a woman president. Yeah, woman president in Mexico. I heard she's pretty good. And and let me tell you this: the Mexicans over there, they don't even like Joe. They don't. Because I'm going to tell you why. Because a friend of mine, video called me, and I'm not going to say his name. He called me. He was in Mexico, and he just got married. Congratulations to him. He got married, and he was talking to the Mexicans over there, and and they even said that they don't even like Joe. So, what does that tell you? You know what I'm saying? What does that? That basically has to tell you something. When he's not liked. You know what I'm saying? In the meantime, but and that train, wow. I think I heard in 2026 that train's going to be coming. That's what I heard. Because there's been a lot of delays for that train. And every time I go by North Main Street, I don't hear... I don't hear that. So, I don't know what's going on with that situation. But all I know is that train is not coming here anytime soon. 2020, I heard 2026. Okay, that's what I heard. But somebody else told me at the end of the year. So I don't know what's going on with that. So it's not my project. It's crazy. It is. It's nuts. It is. It's nuts. You know what I'm saying? It's nuts. But like I said, it's a mess all the way around. It is. But I'm gonna vote for Trump because I believe in him, and I do. I do believe in him, and I think, it is going to, I believe in him. I mean, hey, he's my convicted felon. So I'm going to vote for him. I heard no more about Jazel anymore, so I heard no more about Jazel. I guess Jazel's trying to, get out of prison early. You know what I'm saying? So I've been actually watching that pretty much closely too as well. He's gonna get out of prison early, so I've been watching that. You know what I'm saying? And and we have to get our infrastructure back again. You know what I'm saying? We have infrastructure that's deteriorating all over Fall River streets and everything, and so we have to, you know what I'm saying? Fix our infrastructure. So, but like I said, and when I spoke earlier, fathers against drunk driving, fathers against texting and talking on the phone. So that's my campaign, and that's a message that I am sending to all the ones that like to drink and drive, talk on the phone, and text. If you're caught, you will lose your license. And I don't care. And that's my attitude towards people that like to text and drive and talk on the phone while they're driving, or drinking and driving without a license. So that is my message to all of you out there. So when you see this face out there, I better not see you on the phone, and I better not see you texting on your phone, because you will get caught. And that's and I'm gonna make that as a guarantee. So I'm almost at the end of my show, and I see I got 3 people up on the screen over there. I see it, and whoever's watching, I want to thank them for watching. Let me see. I'm gonna go cut it down a little bit. Well, no, because I'm not taking any calls. If you want to call, go ahead. I don't care. Because I'm just about because I got more things. I got you can call next Wednesday if you like. Because I was just going on fast today because I just want to put out some things out there. So but I'm gonna be on. I'm gonna be on longer next Wednesday. So if anybody wants to call next Wednesday, they can. And I'm gonna be because there's a lot of other things that I want to talk about. Uh, so I'm just saying. I just wanted to come on today. I thought I was going to have Ron on today, but Ron had an emergency, he had to go somewhere. So maybe, and Ron's a Democrat, so he's a Democrat, and usually I have him on my show, and we talk about things that will we talk about things. You know what I'm saying, and there's some things that he agrees with me. There's some things that he doesn't, which is okay. You know what I'm saying? Just like everybody else in the world. But but that's fine. I'm going to be on longer next Wednesday. So, and I want to talk about more. I'm going to be on longer. I'm be on until 8:30 next Wednesday, and we're going to talk about things, and we're going to be sensible, act sensible, act listen to people, other what other people have to say. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, act sensible, and then we all get along. You know what I'm saying? If you're gonna act all crazy on my show, I'm just gonna hang up on you. So I mean, if people want to call, that's fine. So my show is gonna last until 8:30 next Wednesday, and yes, we are going to be talking about the Trump trial, and we're going to be talking about Alvin Bragg. We're going to be talking about a lot of stuff. Okay, that's and plus even more. And my show is going to be interesting next week. So and I'm probably going to have two people on my show. I would have to get an extra ear set. You know, and I'm probably gonna have two people on my show. I don't know. We'll see. And because I like to hear from both sides, and both sides of an opinion, and because everybody has different opinions on things. You know what I'm saying? Um, you have people that are independent. You have people that are Republicans. You have people that are Democratic. You have a lot of it. You have a lot. You know what I'm saying? And I want it to be peaceful and stick to the point. You know what I'm saying? Stick to the point. My show is not going to be any yelling on it. It's not going to be any screaming on it. It's not going to be any swearing on it. It's not going to be any of that. You know what I'm saying? So that's how that's going to be. But I only wanted to do my campaign today. I'm campaigning against drunk driving, people without a license, and that's it. So I'm going to be basically tough on that because I'm gonna be tough on that. So if you see this face outside, and if you're caught with a bottle in your hand or booze in your hand, cell phone in your hand, texting, that's going to take a click, and you will get caught. So just remind yourself, and be honorable, and don't text and drive, or talk on the phone, or drink and drive, or drive without a license, because you could kill somebody. So, all right, take care, everybody. Have a great night. I'll be on next Wednesday, and I'll be on next Wednesday at 8:30. Well, no, 6:30 to 8:30, and we're going to be talking about stuff that concerns Fall River, stuff that concerns the nation. So take care, everybody. Have a great night, and we'll actually see you around again. I just like to do this. So, I mean, I like to do that. So I'll be on again 6:30 to 8:30, because it's going to be a long process, and I want people to get along. But James, you can call on next week, and back and forth, and I'll have another person here with me as well. So take care, everybody. Have a great night, and James, thank you for trying to call in. I appreciate that, but that wasn't today. It's because it's kind of like really short today. So, but please call in tomorrow. Call in next Wednesday. Okay. So take care, everybody. Have a great night, and I love you all my Facebook fans, Fall River Media. This is Dave Mead, Fall River Media. See you all next week. Take care. Yeah, I just didn't.